all my notes too. How about that? Hi, everyone. How is everybody doing? Liz here. I'm so excited to be sharing today's live stream, Build a Body Ready for Summer. And I'm just excited to be here. We are at the end of the wire here of June, and I'm going to be perfectly transparent. I can't wait for this month to end. I have had a great time. I've had a great time this month, but I've also had a tough time. I'm not going to go into it, but I am super grateful for this group, for the opportunity to share what I know and what I know that can help a lot of you and the people that you love, right? Live a longer, stronger life. Who's not for that? Yeah. So if you don't know me, I'm Liz Philippone. I help people stay strong, confident, independent by combining evidence-based training with mindful movement and nervous system support. I'm a multi-certified fitness and yoga professional specializing in strength, mobility, and corrective exercise for midlife and older adults. My approach focuses on building resilience, not perfection, so we can move better, reduce pain, and continue doing what we love for years to come. And this month has all been about travel, right? Because we're getting into summer, and this is the time when we like to go places, right? I'm not saying we don't like to travel any other time of the year, but like summer is like a big deal, right? For a lot of us, where it's like, especially depending on where you live in the country, it's like summer, right? And you remember when you were a kid, right? When it's summer, and we have, all our people, all our kids, our grandkids, our memories when we were kids. It all sort of comes back. Yeah. And that's been the theme for this month. Stay tuned for the next theme. Before I get started, I wanted to remind you that this live stream, the time is going to change to 9 a.m. It's still going to be on Thursdays, but it's going to turn to 9 a.m. starting on July 9th. And I'm going to be away next week, but I will have some things for you, especially if you're on my email list. Those of you in my Facebook group, I know you're on my email list. Most of you are. If you're not, let me know. I'll send you the link to sign up. But I'm just taking care of a few housekeeping things. I will be away next week, but there's so much content on here for you all on my YouTube channel, especially to rewatch, to revisit. So if you're watching from my YouTube channel, please subscribe, like this video, and go back, and maybe you missed all the other videos I did this month or the month prior. Yeah. And revisit those. Okay. Hi, Liz. Thanks for joining me live. And if you're joining me by replay, thank you so much for rewatching this video. It helps me so much. All right. So I asked this question. Did I ask this question? Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. I almost forgot. So I'm also going to be doing some collaboration with my friend Jen and Fellow Fit Pro. We did a little test run in my Facebook group, and it's a brand new thing. I'm going to fix all that for sure. But we are going to do a little bit of collaboration where we talk about similar topics, but to get a different perspective, right? I love inviting other fit pros to talk with me. First of all, I don't feel like I'm talking the whole time. Gives me a little break. But also it gives a different perspective. It gives you all a chance to get a different perspective on all these topics that I talk about, from strength training to mobility, to nervous system support, to mindset, all of that stuff. So stay tuned for those. Those are going to be starting up next month. Stay tuned for where and when, right? Because we're still figuring that out. So let me just start with this quick question for you. Let's get this live stream underway. What are you looking forward to most this summer? And I believe I did ask my Facebook group this. Is it vacation, hiking, gardening, swimming, playing with grandchildren, festivals, like outdoor festivals, beach days, weekend trips? Just to give you a little idea there. What are you looking forward to most this summer? You can pick one, you can pick two. Pardon me, my allergies are settling down, but I know I sound a little nasally there. Okay, so let me know in the comments, what are you most looking forward to? And whatever you chose, let me ask you this. Will your body be ready to enjoy those things? Okay. As you prepare your suitcase, your itinerary, your reservations, all those things. Yeah. Will your body be ready to enjoy those things, whatever it is that you chose? I know for me, beach days, my body and my mind are definitely ready for the beach. But thinking of other things. All right. So answer those two questions for me if you're watching the replay or you can't answer them right now. What are you looking forward to most this summer? And will your body be ready to enjoy those things? The goal isn't just getting through the summer. It's about enjoying it. And honestly, I know I just said I can't wait for June to be over. I don't like saying those things. I don't like being in that mindset of like, oh, I just want it to be over. But we do find ourselves right in that state, especially if we have a lot to go, have a lot going on, especially if we have kids. I have a young child, busy, and she's just going to get busier. That's the reality, right? But for summer, I want to enjoy my summer. I don't want to get through it. So there you go. And then which activity are you most excited about? I know I'm giving you guys a lot of questions, but I love the engagement. I love when people engage on my lives. Even when you're on the replay, I want you to participate. So let me know. This is your last question. Which activity of the ones that I listed are you most excited about? So what are you excited about? Is your body ready for it? I'm sorry. Yeah, what are you looking forward to most this summer? What are you excited about? And is your body ready for it? Any order there. Whether it's the travel, the hiking, the gardening. I know, Liz, you got some awesome travel coming up. Oh, okay, Liz. Yes, I know you have a big trip coming up, Liz. I think it's Ireland. And I want your foot to be ready to go. Ireland is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I want your foot to be ready to go, whether you need to get inserts, heel lifts, better shoes. I don't know what it is, right? I would totally dive into that. All right. Thank you for your answers. And here we go. So the real goal here, when I talk about the title of this, Build a Body Ready for Summer, why strength training is about more than just the workouts. That is the title of this live. Is that when people hear strength training, they usually picture weights, right? Dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells even, or a gym, right? Going to a gym. Any kind of gym. It doesn't have to be one specific type of gym. That's just what they picture sometimes. Let me know if that's you. Right? But, that's not why I strength train. I don't strength train for that. It's not just about lifting weights. Okay. I strength train, so that I am building a body, right? The goal is to build a body that feels capable, resilient, confident, and ready for anything. Okay, because we forget strength training, and I have said this in some live streams where I think it's like a couple months back, I talk about why strength training is so important for when you get older. it is good for cognitive health. It's not just about your muscles and your bones. It's actually good for brain function when you are working certain movements and challenging the muscles in a certain way. It is good for brain health. All right, so strength is a tool, not a destination. Don't think like, oh, I'm going to hit this big strength goal. That's fine, but it doesn't stop there, right? It's all about having this as a tool for you to stay capable, resilient, confident, and ready. Okay, those 4 things. So, what summer really asks of our body? Like, what does summer really ask of our bodies here? It's like go activity by activity here. I'm going to go by activity that I talk about. I'm going to talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activities. You ready? So I have travel, hiking, gardening, swimming, and playing with grandchildren. So with travel, I'm going to go through these really quick. Travel needs, I talk about this in previous lives, carrying luggage, walking airports, climbing stairs. Those are your main ones there. You're carrying stuff, you're walking it through airports, you're climbing stairs. Even if you use like the cart thing, you know what I mean? You're still using a cart or whatever it is that you use, right? I get it. We're all at different levels here with our travel experience, but it's carrying luggage, walking in airports, and climbing stairs. Number 2, hiking. What does that ask for of our body, right? Balance, leg strength, endurance, depending on the length of your hike you're going on, right? And of course, if you're just starting out, you want to start with like a light, short hike, or go for different walks in your neighborhood at different, practicing on, some inclines, right? Because sometimes you have to ascend when you hike, right? Especially if you're like in a very mountainous region, you're going to have to ascend, right? And descend. So thinking about that, leg strength, endurance, balance, might hit uneven terrain. Gardening, number 3, gardening. Big one here, squatting, kneeling down, reaching for things, whether it's ground level or above you, right? If you're trimming hedges that are taller than you or tree branches, right? Core strength, because gardening, it involves maybe lifting soil, right? I'm going to put carrying bags of soil, pushing, I can't think of it. Maybe it's your lawnmower, right? If you mow the lawn, or you're trying to dump dirt somewhere, right? The wheelbarrow thing. Sorry, I can't find my words today. But all of that requires core strength for sure. But even with the squatting and the reaching, you need to have a strong core to do that. Number 4, swimming. Shoulder mobility for sure. Whether you do this, elementary, whatever, forward stroke, side stroke, breaststroke, backstroke, right? Whether you're doing this. Does this look familiar for those that take my classes? Shoulder mobility, core stability, absolutely in the water. Endurance, for sure. Great endurance workout, swimming. And number 5, playing with grandchildren. And even small children too, if you're my age, late 40s, if you have small children. Getting up from the floor, even getting on the floor. I hear sometimes people saying getting on the floor is sometimes just as hard as getting up off the floor. So I'm going to put both of those in there. Picking the grandchildren up, especially if they are toddlers, not just babies, But toddlers, that age still wants to be picked up. And sometimes they're big and they're heavy, right? Running, right? Sometimes your grandchildren want you to run around, play hide and seek, play some kind of game that involves running. And then this is big, reacting quickly. I incorporate a lot of reactive training into my sessions, whether it's one-on-one or in my groups. People don't even know they're doing it half the time. But it's those fast twitch muscles, right? Those quick steps that you might have to take. You might have to react because you see the toddler going to reach for something that's dangerous, not appropriate, and you have to react quickly. You want to be able to do it safely, right? Can't always happen, right? But again, this is about preparing the body. So have you ever skipped doing something because your body didn't feel up for it? Let me know in the comments. Just giving me a quick little thing there. Have you ever skipped doing something because your body didn't feel up for it? I have. All right. So let me know in the comments if all that makes sense. Those were your 5 things. That's what Summer really asks our body here. Okay. So what makes a body ready? We probably already know the answer to this, but I'm not going to talk specifically about exercises. I am going to demo an exercise that emulates carrying something. But I'm going to talk about, more about qualities here of what makes a body ready. And number 1, strength, not bodybuilding strength. Okay. Everyday kind of strength. So practicing the squats with some kind of resistance, right? Whether it's a weight, all right. Yeah. I'm going to say weights, right? Whether it's a heavy weight, practicing push-ups, right? Because that's going to help you push off the floor, deadlift, so that, I'm talking exercises. I know I'm talking about exercises right now, but I feel like I have to, because like a body that's ready has the strength, right? If you, what makes a body ready is the strength, right? And I'm not trying to say like, you don't have to do any exercises. Of course, you have to do some form of exercise, right, to get your body ready. But it's not about bodybuilding here. It's not about getting strong where your muscles pop, right? We're not doing that. This is just about everyday strength. Mobility, so that we're moving comfortably. Mobility is about moving comfortably in whatever range of motion that you are working on, or that you're working, whatever range of motion is within the activity you are doing. Number 3, stability gives you confidence, balance, and control. I love that one because that's really huge on some of the talks I do. Confidence, balance, and control all go hand in hand. When you have balance, when you have that control, when you have that gives you the confidence, right? Stability and confidence go hand in hand. All right. And then the last one is recovery. Having enough energy to enjoy tomorrow. Okay. So those are 4 things that make a body ready: strength, mobility, stability, recovery. All right. Having that energy to do it again tomorrow. Yeah. So strength works best when all 4 of those pieces work together. Let me know if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, let me know. All right. So I'm going to go into a little demo. Okay. I'm going to show a carry position. And you're probably like, Liz, I know how to carry something. I know you do. But I'm going to like break it down a little bit, especially in the world of travel. Okay. Gardening too. This definitely comes into gardening. And stairs. If you have to like go up and down stairs, whether it's with bags or it's something else, right? You're doing stuff outside your home and you got stairs to attend to. Okay. So I'm going to go over what I call the farmer's carry. Let me know in the comments if you know what a farmer's carry is. So I'm going to grab 2 heavy weights, and you can totally, I'm going to say, let's say I'm carrying 2 suitcases or bags. It doesn't have to be 2 suitcases. Most of the time people have the rolly, right? You might have like a rolly suitcase here, but you might also have a carry bag, right? Even if it's on the shoulder. And then of course, when you have to put it in the overhead bin. So I'm just gonna grab a couple weights here. So let's pretend I have 2 heavy bags. All right, 2 heavy bags or 2 buckets of something, right? I'm gardening today, right? So you wanna think of posture. You wanna roll your shoulders back and you wanna pull your belly button in towards your spine. Use your core to support the weight you are carrying. All right, and a farmer's carry is just a nice steady walk. It's a steady walk where you are controlling whatever it is that you are carrying. You are pulling up, using your core. You're also using back strength too, which is part of your core. So that's one example of carrying something. Another is maybe you're holding something up here, right? You hold something up here and you walk or maybe you march, right? You're marching. This is actually a goblet or top racked march. Yeah. It's why we do overhead presses, right? To push stuff up into the overhead bin. Okay. So that is a movement there. When you have a toddler coming to meet you, you gotta squat down because they're yay high, right? You gotta get down into your squat. Whether you gotta take your legs wide, you gotta get down there. So mobility in the hips, the knees and the ankles, core strength. So when that child, you grab that child and you can push into your feet and pick them up with confidence and strength. Yeah? And then to put them down, bend down, let them go, come back up. Yeah? Let me know if that helped. Let me know if that made sense. I really love doing these quick little demos in these live streams, just to give you a visual, because I am a visual learner and we can think about these things all day long, but if we're not, sometimes we need to put it to a visual. Yeah. All right. Just looking at my comments. Thanks, Liz, for your comments. Go back to my notes now. So with that being said and that demo being done, this is why I created my Power Up Your Strength program. It's not because people needed harder workouts. It's more because they wanted more confidence, more freedom, better movement, and lasting strength. Those 4 things, in a nutshell, when I did my market research before launching this program, that's what people wanted to, how they wanted to feel, right? They wanted to feel more confident, have more freedom, more, better movement, and strength that lasts, right? Because once we get stronger, it doesn't end there. We don't just stop doing it. We have to maintain it as well. And that's what that program teaches as well. It's not just like, do the program, reach the goal, I'm stronger, and then stop doing things, like stop doing the work, right? You're gonna get a routine down. You're gonna get to a point where your body's gonna wanna do the work. It's gonna want to have those challenges to the muscles. So it really focuses on functional strength, mobility, balance, recovery, real life movement, the way I just demoed there. Okay. Farmer's carry. I think in another video, I did the sit to stand. I think in another video, I did balance. So go back to previous weeks and rewatch those so you get those demos in there. Okay, so my goal isn't to help you lift heavier, okay? My goal out of this program is to help you say yes to the things you love, right? Things you love to do, okay? Whether that is traveling through Europe, playing pickleball, getting on the floor with your grandchildren, hiking, gardening, travel, maybe dancing, okay? I'm a dancer. I want to dance till I can't do it anymore. All right, so to close all this, which one sounds most, I'm going to do a couple things here. Just a quick reflection piece. Which one sounds most like you? I want you to answer me in the comments. So I want to, or you want to, feel stronger, travel easier, keep up with family, have more energy, feel confident moving. And I know I said which one sounds most like you. I want you to pick the one that first rings true for you. And then if you have a couple other ones, you can put it in there in the comments. All right. So I invite you to learn a little bit more about my Power Up Your Strength program. Before launching this next one, I have been sharing this on all my live streams. I'm exploring an opportunity to offer an in-person experience where you can sample the methods and movement strategies we use inside the program. And so far, I have gotten interest for this to take in the form of a half-day workshop. I'm not saying like all morning, all afternoon, maybe a couple hours, give or take. But more of a workshop, a learning experience where you're going to get both information and some movement strategies in there that I teach inside the program. So the goal here is to simply help you move better, feel stronger, and gain confidence before deciding if a longer-term program is right for you. Because it is a 12-week program, and there's a reason for that, right? Especially if you've been out of exercise for a while. And the body has to adapt. It's got to learn how to do things correctly and safely for your body. All right. And this program is a hybrid program already. I do it in person, one-on-one with people. But there's also a hybrid model where there's stuff that is done online through an app. Okay. And that's also for the accountability, right? Because we have to have that accountability, right? How can we achieve our goal if we're not holding ourselves accountable for the tasks that we have to do? And they're doable tasks. They're doable. It'll fit into your schedule, right? I know we're all busy. I sure am. But I do find those times to get my movement in, right? Even if it's a movement snack, right? Like a 10-minute, 15-minute movement snack, I get it in so that I can be resilient. I can be confident. I can be capable. All those things. Okay, so let me know in the comments what would interest you the most with that. Okay, I'm getting more about the half-day workshop, but either a 4-week class series. I have done that in the past. It went pretty well, but maybe it's a half-day workshop. We get it all done in one swoop. It's like an intensive, yeah, a full day workshop. Or maybe you're just interested in the whole damn thing, right? Let me know in the comments. You can also email me too, liz@mindfullyfitninja.com. You can find my link to my newsletter here on my YouTube channel. Make sure you click that right on my main page and sign up for my newsletter if you're not on that, where I'm always sending updates, weekly newsletters on things going on, things I'm talking about, so that you don't miss out. All right, so this isn't just a workout program, okay? It's a program designed to help you build the kind of strength that supports the life you want to live, okay? And it caters to mostly adults 45 plus, okay? And you're going to work on strength, mobility, stability, recovery. You are going to start to feel those things that I mentioned at the beginning of this. Capable, resilient, confident, ready to do whatever you want. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me. Okay. Please let me know in the comments how you want to, if you're interested in my program or even in this in-person experience that I talked about. Let me know in the comments what you're interested in. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you next time.